What up, y'all? Welcome to the What's the Word podcast with Cliff Beats, That Singer Reactions, and Knox Hill. Anthony Ray couldn't make it today, but he will be back in the mix, and we're going to get things started. We got some good topics for you today, so let's go. What's up, fellas?
And Anthony is cool. That's our brother, bro.
Yeah.
That's our brother.
He'll be
Okay.
on the
I
next
thought we
one.
were at war.
Diss
Nah,
track.
I thought it was
Anthony
diss
is
track
our
season.
brother. He's
all
on
dropping-
daddy duty.
We're all going
and
sidemen. We're dropping
yeah.
diss tracks on each other.
Yeah, you'll see Anthony. Trust me.
Hell yeah!
Like,
Shout out to
yeah.
AR.
Shout out to
You'll
yeah,
see
that's my boy.
AR, and you'll see other things that I'll be dropping too later this week, talking about some other shit. But I'll save that for my own videos.
Yeah, me too, Cliff.
Mhm.
Oh
I think
yeah,
I'm with you.
BP's got something too coming, so everyone keep your eyes peeled.
What the hell
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
guys? Bro, I'm just in my cave right now, trying to like get ready for shows, like prepare for hour-long sets. Like I'm on social media darkness right now. What are you boys doing?
I blame Cliff and Knox for what I'm going through right
Good,
now.
I'm out
I
of it.
blame both of you guys. The hate has come for me, and we will see how it pans out.
Okay. All right, enjoy it.
Let's
Oh,
go.
you
For the
you
people
mad
at
because they
May.
came at the white haze. They came at the white haze. That's
Yeah,
what you
man.
mad about.
So, yeah,
Oh,
man,
here
it's
we
like,
go.
yo, you can't do my
I mean-
business like that.
I mean,
So,
BP on the spectrum, so.
hey,
you know. Hey, it's-
all right, let me reel this one in, boys. Let me reel this one in. So, speaking of drama, right, and controversy, why don't we take a moment to touch on No Diddy, the Diddy situation, and what's going down, because that's obviously a huge talking point right now.
Man. So listen.
What do we think of this? Go on, Dom.
I saw him, bro. I heard he got arrested on the sex trafficking stuff. He tried to do the $50 million so he can get out. No
Bail.
women.
No get out of jail
bail.
free card.
Yeah.
No monopoly in this.
No. I won't have any women over. Like, I'm like, I have never seen that level of like sickness, bro. And it kind of connects to a lot of stuff that I was watching Scary Movie last night, and you know Scary Movie is an old movie, right? And the girl Brenda was like, "Oh, we went to Puff Daddy's party last night, and everybody was getting all freaky." And I was like, "Wow, that's how far back like this stuff has been known." Like P Diddy. You killed Tupac.
People been saying this about Diddy for a long time, but
Biggie.
no one would do anything.
Oh.
And Biggie.
Yeah, and Biggie for sure. Dude, there's gonna be so many things that you're gonna see a spider web. Right now, you have CEOs of record labels retiring or stepping down. Right now, it's about to get crazy, dude.
Yo, I am tripping out because what you said about the Scary Movie joint and Puff Daddy, P Diddy's tie to culture. He is culture. So this is just so crazy. Like, I think about, for example, I saw this clip of LeBron being like, "And ain't nobody party like a Puff Daddy party."
Yeah, I
And
remember
they're like-
that. I remember that.
I was like, what? And then, there's this clip going viral, and I don't know the legitimacy to it. There's one part that I can say, hey, that's true, but the Big Papa video, okay? They're alleging that the lead lady in the video was not a lady. And they're going through the video showing why and who she is or who he is. So, but the interesting thing, if you guys go back into your mind databanks,
What?
go back into your brains, go back into your mind databanks on Big Papa video. Remember the girl in a skirt goes into the male bathroom and pees in the urinal?
No
Y'all
way.
Remember that from the Big Papa video?
No way.
I have
Bro.
to watch it now.
Bro, it's like, remember on
Jamie, pull it up.
remember the Snoop Dogg video? He's like, it's the dude with the biggest, and he looks over and he's like, oh, like it's like that scene, but
Well,
with a female wearing a skirt.
I keep having all the like creepy Diddy and Justin Bieber moments pop up on my socials feed.
Well, you
I guess because I'm a white boy, they got to throw in what Diddy's doing to the Whitey Titans clip. So I got to see all the Bieber shit. And then I
You
got
gotta
like
see that
I
stuff.
got like Ashton Kutcher talking about Diddy's parties too, popping up on my stuff. But
Anybody can get it. Take that.
man,
Yes.
hindsight is 20/20. But we are just gonna connect so many dots, and obviously there's no greater detective than social media and the internet. And I think like this is just the beginning of the waterfall and the stories and the spider web of connections that's going to come out. But I mean, yeah, like you talked about, BP, like you think about Diddy's impact and influence on the music industry, right? And on hip hop through the years, you know, from being an artist himself to signing artists, managing other artists, to the label, to clothing brands, to, you know, everything that all the industries that he's been involved in. Like this is a huge, important person who has had a significant impact on the industry for many years. A powerful man, and it's fucking scary to think about because it's been hinted at for years. So many people have hinted and suggested these things, and now all of a sudden it's all coming around, isn't it? It's like do all these celebrities, do all they fucking do is just fly to Epstein Island? I don't understand what's going on. Like I'm losing faith in everything.
Yeah.
Like
I think he got his own. I think Epstein been on his island too. You know what I'm saying? I think they both got an island apiece.
He's
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
Diddy put him on, bro. You know what's crazy? You said Knox just said the impact he had on the industry, right? And I'm talking about culture. But we're missing the impact he had in the baby oil industry. I'm like, bro, how much baby oil do you need to get it popping in the club,
not
bro?
enough,
Like,
apparently.
Bro, if there's a baby oil spill, he contaminate all of the oceans. This shit is crazy. Like, I never in my life thought I'd see an indictment. Yeah, guns, you know, scraped off cereal, cool, drugs, baby oil at a level where Johnson & Johnson's like, thank you, Diddy. Like, they're
like
probably going to
he's
post his
responsible
bail.
for keeping the share price of Johnson & Johnson up so high with the baby oil. I mean, the
Bro,
Vaseline sales
Jesus
as well.
Christ.
Hold on. To top that off, did you see that they counted?
Top it
I
off.
think
Not to top it
Top it
off.
off.
Okay, wow,
Jesus,
that's
wow.
crazy.
No, this
Cliff,
tops.
You
this
want
tops
to
it
finish that, Cliff?
off. This tops it off.
Oh, don't finish it. Don't finish the top off. But okay, sorry.
He was also, I believe, caught with 2,478
Handcuffs.
sexual items. that
Oh,
women
D's. It
usually
starts with a
use.
D.
Yeah,
and it rhymes
D
with
and O.
Ildo.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Ildo.
Bilbo
It's
Baggins.
Ildo.
Funny, which is funny because Eminem had a bar talking about Cassie ran out of his room and grabbed his effing
Cucumbers.
Yo,
Yeah.
that extended version,
No, Diddy.
Eminem just dropped lines about Diddy getting arrested, and literally days later, Diddy's arrested.
You told me Eminem's a prophet. God damn.
Listen, man. It was long
Nostradamus.
overdue.
Yeah.
And not to mention, think about something real quick too. Bad Boy Records. We ain't had, besides Mace kind of like tapping in just a dab, we ain't had nobody who's like super close to P Diddy say a word. Not Mary J. Blige, not 112. Nobody has said a word. Like, ain't nobody coming to this man's
Apparently,
defense. Like,
Diddy's bodyguard is now leaking video of Meek Mill and Diddy having some fun behind closed doors. Like,
Meek Mill.
I'm supposed to do a reaction to that. I haven't heard it yet, but my boy Don hit me up. He's like, "Yo, have you heard the Meek Mill conversation with Diddy?" I was like, "What conversation?" Over the phone. He's like, "That's going on our podcast." I was like, "Okay." So I'm excited now.
It's not necessarily a conversation. Oh,
Yep.
there's some
Definitely.
There's noises.
Verbal.
Is there
Verbal
another
sex.
conversation?
That's how babies are not made.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Right
You might not want to know what we're talking about.
Diddy and Meek phone call. I'm saving that for later.
Is that real?
And speaking of that, that's
coming soon.
Listen, that's a great segue to shout out today's sponsor. Shout out to the Disney Channel for sponsoring today's video, everyone.
We're not sponsored by Disney at all.
Oh my god.
Disney.
Family friendly podcast.
Speaking of, man, rest in
J&J.
peace to James Earl Jones. Speaking of Disney, Lion
for
King,
real.
man.
Rest
Come
in
on, man.
Rest
Mufasa.
in peace.
Don't
That's
take him
Mufasa.
away from us, bruh.
That was my dad, man.
The
Fuck.
original voice of the Lord. Yep.
Oh, hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
R.I.P.
What else we got? We got Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl.
Oh, you wanna hop over to Kendrick?
Ooh.
We can hop, skip, and jump over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, BP, go.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Just to preface it, fill me in. Pause. Hold up. Let me in that singer reactions know a little bit more about Kendrick and Lecrae. I think that would be good because I need to catch up. I've heard
You want us to
the
let you
Lecrae
in
joint.
on this
Yes.
situation?
Yeah, what the hell is like? What happened
Yes,
there? Like,
yes, Diddy, let yourself in.
Okay.
whoa, whoa.
I'm not following that. I'm not following that for that.
Right. So I'm so excited right now. Like I feel like this is a pivotal turning point and moment in hip hop history. This is something that's going to be talked about for years because think about it. Who is bigger than Kendrick Lamar right now in hip hop?
Nobody.
Eminem, maybe. Besides that,
yeah, I mean, M's up there. Yeah, absolutely.
I would argue Kendrick is bigger right now this year.
Yeah, right now, Kendrick is bigger.
He's got the torch. He has all the momentum right now.
He just got announced for the Super Bowl. He's fresh off of winning the beef with Drake. Not like us, did ridiculous numbers. And the whole world is watching what Kendrick Lamar is going to do next, right? Do we follow up a club banger with another like #1 hit single? No. You get just this layered, thoughtful, conscious type of record from Kendrick, critiquing the industry, firing shots at the mainstream who's all celebrating him right now, and going after what the culture has become and what the music is celebrated these days in terms of the violence, in terms of the materialism. And Kendrick is doing some serious soul searching on this track, which to me is so significant because it's like he's got the attention. He's a mover right now. He's a shifter in terms of where music can go and what it can become, right? So he is now choosing to use his platform to shift it this way into more conscious type of rap music, into more thoughtful lyricism. And as someone who has a breakdown channel, I just love that lyricism feels back. Between Eminem, between Kendrick, LL, everything that's going on, it feels like this is the year of lyricism. And it's fucking incredible. Our reaction channels are doing numbers they've never done before for breakdowns. People are coming for the bars. And I got to shout out Kendrick for that. But one thing that he's done, in addition to releasing a song like this, is he has also taken the time to shout out two Christian rappers. He shouted out Lecrae, who's dope as hell, by the way. I was about to say dope as F. I'm censoring myself for the Christian rappers now for Lecrae. And he shouted out D1 as well. So they have both taken those shout outs. And then they've taken that attention, and they've now released their own singles, which I've now reacted to. Cliff, I think, have you done both of them?
I was going to today. I'm planning on doing it today.
Hell yeah! But yeah, I mean, Lecrae is so dope, man. Just so layered, so thoughtful, a humble cat. But I love the message that he spun, and you know, it's just it's dope to see. Kendrick could shout out anyone right now, and he chooses to shout out these rappers and these artists and give them their flowers at this exact moment in time. I think it's big. I think it's a big moment. I'm excited to see where we go from here.
I also credit Kendrick as, my bad, Cliff. I also credit Kendrick as being one of the best rap performers on stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't talk about that often. I kind of look a lot of, you know, I'm kind of big and looking into how people perform and sing and do all that stuff. So I see the performing aspect, like when he was at the Grammys and he was in the chains and how well he delivers and moves his hands when he raps. You can hear him articulate well. Like, Kendrick is really good. And I was thinking in my mind, like, how a Super Bowl would go with Kendrick thinking about swimming pools and you know what I'm saying, everything that he's done, damn, and humble. And I was like, this would be like, this would be really, really dope. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I was thrown off because I was like, what the fuck Jay-Z got to do with anything? Like, how he got say on anything? I didn't, what? I still don't know right now.
Ownership in the NFL.
Go on. I think the beautiful thing from Kendrick in this Super Bowl, right, and what's to come is that nobody really knows what's to come from Kendrick. When you expect him to go left, he goes right. Like, you don't know what direction he's going to come with. And, like, you know, when we had the Super Bowl in L.A. and you had Dre, you knew Eminem was coming. You had a good feeling 50 was coming. You felt like Kendrick was coming, Snoop was coming. Like, it wasn't a surprise. I feel like whoever Kendrick brings out is not going to be who anyone expects.
Drake.
Except for that.
I was going to say, I was like, at this level in life, after 2020 and so I say 2020 because we all know what happened then, and now 2024 with all the drama popping off, I was like, bro, like, nothing would surprise me, but then it probably would. But if Drake just came out and they had like a new single together, I'd be like,
and
these are ridiculous.
And he
like,
danced to make sure you had your little sister from him, and he just be dancing. And it's about him. Like, the fuck is he dancing for?
He looks baby at Dre, lotion like, starts raining from the sky.
Yeah.
Bro, you guys,
go on, Cliff.
you guys know that when they perform, most artists when they perform at the Super Bowl, they do it for free. They do it just for exposure, so that their numbers actually propel exponentially after their performances. So Kendrick is taking no money for his performances.
Somebody said that, and I said BS on that. So that's true, huh?
That's true. And The Weeknd even put up like 20 million, I think, of his own money when he performed and did his. He put up 20 mil into his own performance. You don't get paid for performing at the Super Bowl.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
It's great exposure, and I guess it helps your numbers blow up.
Yo, that is wild to me though. Like with the amount that Super Bowl tickets are nowadays, like we're talking thousands just for general admission.
And then wouldn't they have to like pay, like to put a lot of that stuff together? Like you know what I'm saying?
A part of that ticket, people appreciate it. It's like you're also getting like a free concert out of it. It's like a concert ticket too. So like people pay those inflated prices. Like that is still wild to me that artists don't gain on the Super Bowl.
I forget how it works. Like you're publishing, you get paid for playing certain venues from your publishing, so they probably are getting some type of publishing there. The television, but like you guys are saying, it's on the back end, so it's like equity because the streaming, the visibility, like you have arrived when you've done the Super Bowl. It's like Prince did the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like it's like you have arrived, and so like the equity's on the back end, so that makes sense. But when y'all are talking these crazy numbers like that, I didn't know. Like I forgot one of y'all just said like Weeknd might have put in 20 mil into his performance. Yep. And so you got to think like
who paid for Katy Perry's Dragon? I mean lion, the giant lion that she rode out on, bro. That was.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't even see that one.
I remember seeing.
She actually
Cannabis.
killed that one. She killed that one.
I saw Cannabis with Wyclef at Red Rocks, and he came out with a lion. This was in the heyday, you guys. Let me be old for a second.
Oh, dang. Michael Jackson. I remember the Super Bowl performance of that. That was dope. Like, watching Michael. I mean, just him standing there and just like, and then everybody going wild. Like, you just couldn't. Mike was just Mike. Speaking of, like, okay, so if you had to name your top 5 Super Bowl performances, what would it be? Now, Kendrick's is coming up, next year, obviously, but who would y'all have? Like, if you had a top 5 Super Bowl performances, who would y'all have?
I don't even know if I have a top 5. I can give you Janet Jackson's City. That was a good one.
The Justin Timberlake of Janet Jackson's City.
Oh man,
he said, "Better have your nigga, better into this song," and he was like,
"Right." No, that one I did see, and I was like, "Wait, what just happened?" That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Prince was fire. Michael was fire.
I thought Coldplay's always really good live. Like Coldplay killed their Super Bowl performance.
They did. They just got outshunned by Bruno and Beyonce.
Yeah, but I mean, as a total show, like as a
total show,
as a total show. Like I thought that was a great show.
Yeah.
Beyonce snapped. Yeah, Rihanna. I don't know how I felt about her performance.
She's pregnant at the time.
I think for hip hop, that LA Super Bowl, like
I was just about to say that. That was
it's up there for me. Like the nostalgia of having 50 drop upside down, and you remember in the club, and you're like, all right, 50, still got it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I thought he was gonna fall. I was like, why are you hanging upside down like a bat? You can't do that no more, bro. But yeah, he did it, and that was fire. And then Eminem doing what he did, you know what I'm saying? Still, I don't know, some controversy between whether he kneeled for, justice and, whatever, like, or he just kneeled because of something else they said. I don't know which one it was, but he kneeled. Thank you, Eminem, for kneeling.
We know he has strong beliefs, so he has strong beliefs for a lot of things.
He stand on it.
Absolutely. He kneeled for a reason. Absolutely.
I'm trying to remember all the Super Bowl performances. This one just popped in my brain randomly, so it's super off the cuff. But I'm pretty sure Bon Jovi performed at the Super Bowl once.
Yes.
And it was kind of lit. Like he kind of saved the day or something. So I don't know. I'm just throwing that in the mix to mix it up a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. Like Katy Perry killed her Super Bowl performance. Like
she did.
On that motherfucking lion when she rode out.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, you need to see it. All right.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one.
Katy
Reaction
Perry,
coming soon.
she's falling off now, right? And that's wild. That's a different discussion in the
Yeah,
the
she
pop
had
world,
she
Dom. Isn't that
it-
wild?
yeah,
But yeah.
on everything. I think she had an incredible performance. Beyonce's was fire, and then on top of that, the electricity like got knocked out. So it was like, oh damn, she done used every damn electricity that there was. Like it was crazy. That was crazy. And then also Shakira and J-Lo was like, oh damn, that's double the trouble. I love that.
J-Lo connected to Diddy. I think my question now is
Oh,
top 5 performances of artists that are not involved in a secret society. No, I'm just
Zero.
Sorry.
I was like,
I don't-
zero.
I had a hard time thinking there,
I don't know
bro.
what's
Like I
going
was
on
like,
yeah.
Listen, this is
Okay,
why I'm an independent artist, right? I don't know what's going on
Yes.
at the top.
yes.
Independent is true anti-establishment,
Yeah.
regardless of what anyone says.
But speaking of Super Bowls and back to Kendrick, I mean, obviously there was a huge decision that was made to pick Kendrick over Lil Wayne in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was just because maybe he's on such a high right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's bigger than Not Like Us? You know what I'm saying? That's like an anthem now. You know what I'm saying? You hear that? I mean, it's such an anthem that people are hating it because it's played so much.
Well, it's a
You know what I'm
catchphrase now too. They not like us. They're not
Yeah.
like us. You ain't like us. It's
I think it's simple. They booked him because it's Kendrick's time right now. He is the crown. And so going back to what Knox and Dom said, or That Singer Reactions for y'all that don't know, we call him Dom. The important part would maybe be for Kendrick to reach out to Wayne and bring him on stage and do a song that means a lot to Louisiana, like one of Wayne's classics, and them just be like, oh, he did it, you know, at least extend that olive branch, because I know what Lil Wayne means to Louisiana, and I think, you know, or having one of those artists and, you know, taking your moment of shine, because this is your time, Kendrick, and giving that olive branch, and you know, so I was that just popped in my brain.
That ain't never
That's
even
kind of
occurred to me.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
I said-
important, and that would be dope.
I said that in the video that I did talking about it. I said, I think if you pick Lil Wayne for the Super Bowl, right? I don't think there's any way that you get Kendrick appearing at the Super Bowl, right? Because there's still ties between Drake and Lil Wayne, and you know, no matter what speculation is, at the end of the day, like Wayne signed Drake, they have a history. That connection's always going to be there. You know, Lil Wayne mentioned Drake as his top 5 rappers like back in the early summer, so that's not going away. But I think
Drake would come out with them. I think.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think if you pick Kendrick, you still have a chance. I don't know how big that chance is, but you still have a chance you could get Wayne to come out, because Wayne could put all that aside and Wayne could go, you know what, this is for New Orleans, this is for the city, this is for that moment, and you could tell it meant a lot to him because he made a video telling about how much that it hurt and apologizing for it.
Yeah,
So-
and have him do a little set, maybe, you know, himself, and he could do a little something, you know what I'm saying? Because Lil Wayne, you know, the nostalgia of Lil Wayne, just everything. All that, a Millie beat just got to play, and that's it. Like, the crowd will go bananas. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to do nothing else. Let that a Millie beat play, and, you know, or whatever. It'll be fire.
Go on, Cliff. Go. No, Cliff.
I was gonna say, you know what they should do is since he's such a Green Bay Packer fan, whenever they host it in Wisconsin, if they ever do, there's your perfect opportunity.
Oh shit!
I get it, you're from Louisiana, but you cheer for the Packers nonstop. Well, there's your opportunity there too.
That's
and like
hilarious.
Knox said,
It's
Knox said,
Snoop and
dude.
the Steelers.
But it's like Knox said, there's still a tie with Drake, and it is Kendrick's time right now.
Yeah,
No one can say that.
The NFL is not picking Drake over Kendrick. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not happening. And everybody's pinning this on Jay-Z, but it's not just Jay-Z's decision. Like, he's one piece that makes this decision. There's a number of other important people who make these decisions.
Yeah, I'd like to highlight this and give a shout out to Anthony Ray. He just did an interview with Tech Nine about 2 months ago. That's really good. He got Tech Nine on a really good day. The energy is like through the roof. Tech is really excited. But Tech Nine talked about a new song he has called Popcorn on his new album. Shout out to Tech and the Tech Nine collabos. And the song is about entertainment and eating popcorn and being on the sidelines seeing these things. And he went into depth and got really passionate in this interview he did with Anthony Ray about how Drake and Kendrick are affiliated. This is deeper than just music. And as artists, we got to try to alleviate that pain because, like, this shit spills over into the streets. And at that moment, Tech was upset because, you know, people were rushing like Ross, but then they're going to Drake's house. And he's like, it's because they are affiliated. He's like, I'm affiliated. Like, you know, and he was almost the way he was conveying it, he was actually concerned. And this spills over to like, yeah, how nice would it be or dope for Kendrick to, you know, give an olive branch to Wayne. But again, we have to remember these affiliations, how rap is a street culture originally. So like these ties to the streets and these industries, some people in the background don't always see that. They just see the surface. Like, well, he could do this and that. So I just wanted to highlight that real quick because that while you guys were talking, it popped in my brain, that interview, and I was like, oh, Tech talked about Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah.
And then the Wayne Drake connection. It's like, it's interesting, man. Like these things gotta they gotta settle this shit for real. And then like, yo, let's get back to being, just the norm.
I think hip hop music is one of the greatest genres in the world and one of the greatest cultures, but it can also be one of the most toxic as well, because I think like anything in life, you need a balance, right? And I think unfortunately, because as an MC there's such competition, right? And sometimes it does become like crabs in a bucket mentality, and it's like, do whatever you can to get out of your situation, to get out of your environment, to climb above it all. And so a lot of times there's less of a community spirit and coming together and community building, and there's more just individualistic ideas and just celebrations of just, one person rising above it all. And like you said, BP, there's also roots in the street culture from which it was born as well, and this, us versus them type of mentality. And I think sometimes, and that's what Kendrick just talked about in his song that he released, and what I think is an important discourse and narrative to continue having is, at what point does this spill over into real life violence, and how much does the music play an impact on that and affect that? And I think it's an important narrative and things that all artists need to think about, and a responsibility we have as MCs.
Yeah, on paper, and I hate to say this because this is my love, passion, and culture, but on paper, hip hop is also in physical reality the most violent or art, in a sense. The most violence has happened to hip hop artists, like the senseless murders and things that happen. So I think us being aware of that, not me saying it like, oh, this is degradation and blah blah blah, like looking at it, looking in the mirror, taking accountability, and trying to be a part of the change. Which, let's go back to Kendrick shifting to Lecrae. We're having a full circle moment here, guys. Yes, but you know what I mean. So because like hip hop is crazy. Like I follow, I think it's doublexl.com. And I was like, during 2020, I was like, every day some new rapper got murdered. And what's crazy is a lot of these rappers getting murdered are like young black millionaires. And you're like,
rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan too. Like that's crazy.
Like it's just one of those things. I mean, every genre, humans are humans, and every genre has its problems. But unfortunately, hip hop is just, it does have these things. And I think it is great when we get to put someone, because that's the cool thing. The cream rises to the top. This is not the first time a conscious rapper has risen to the top and won the battle. Nas beat Jay-Z, and these moments happen, and it's really good for the culture because it births the next generation of Coast Contra, Knox Hill, all these people who are going to be bearing the torch for lyricism, hip-hop, and culture. So it's a balance beam as we get back into our Ren shit. The pendulum swings. So, yeah.
And he's a testament. Ren is a testament that you can still make it, as an independent artist. A lot of people can, we seen Ren have a #1 album, like, that was a huge moment, so I think when you do stuff on your own, I think it's a better way forward to me.
Yeah, I've said this to him when we've talked about different things, but like what I think is dope with his effect is that if you look at this space of independent artists, and you guys know as reactors, like what independent artists are going to do numbers and help your channel grow, and who hasn't necessarily built that fan base yet. And for the independents, you always want to support independents because obviously that's near and dear to the heart. But I feel like in this space, the top independent artists are normally the political rappers, right? Like the Tom McDonald's of the world,
Yeah.
Like even Dax kind of leans certain ways in things, right? So you look at like who was really moving stuff independently, and it's almost like, well, the only way to make it independently is you gotta kind of pick a side and lean into your political narratives. But what's really dope is just to see an independent artist come through like Ren, who to me it's not a political discourse rap, right? It's not like stirring controversy and debate in that sense. Like, it's just, to me, it's just music. He's just making regular music that you could hear on the radio, right? But obviously it's got his twist and his conscious form of rap underneath of it, you know? So it's just, what I'm getting at is that it's just dope to see someone in the lane showing that you can do it independently, but you don't have to take this route. There's all kinds of different paths to the mountaintop, and that's not to discredit the political rap or that side of things. You know, there's a time and a place for everything. But like you said, BP, it's about balance and the pendulum swinging, and it's dope to see that.
That's actually why I like Ren and Harry Mack so much.
Yeah, and Harry, I totally forgot about Harry. What am I thinking? Yeah, of course.
No, it's all
Harry
good,
well.
and that's what the conversation's
100%.
for. But Harry Mack actually got me out of a very dark place, man. Like, I was getting very extreme in 2020, leaning a certain way, you know, there's still some disheartening things from 2020 that have a bad taste in my mouth, which I'm sure with everyone. But just Harry Mack going out, just being a good dude and trying to cheer people up, that's actually the whole vibe of my channel. It's like, I don't want to do hater reactions and be an asshole. Like, every now and then I'm going to give a hard critique, but I'm just not here. I'm here to make people's day better. And I don't care if you're on the left or right. Like, I know I might disagree with you on stuff, but guess what? Because we're both human, we have way more that we can agree on. A lot of times when I see this civil discourse, I really believe most people want the same shit, right? They want peace, prosperity, you know, blah, 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 freedom. And we have different ways to achieve that. And so, yeah, man, those things are helpful because, this is a very divisive time, and you know, I go back and forth. Y'all know I'm pretty vocal about certain things, and it's interesting. But I try. Like, there was a moment of reckoning for me, and I can't front. Ren and Harry were a part of that. Ren, because he gave my channel the olive branch, let us do the reaction. And I kind of sensed the way he steers, but then having a conversation for him, I was like, oh, he's closer to the middle than I actually thought, you know? And he was just like, bro, I want to hear these things. I think we should be able to have conversations about, I'm going to censor myself, but, you know, certain things that are going on in society that YouTube doesn't like us to talk about. And I love that. And I love that he doesn't really shun people. He really gives them a chance to convey their side. And, you know, it's easy to get polarized and get super divided in a time when you need to be united. So,
that's very well.
I mean, I could come to you, like, you know what I'm saying, same way, and just have a private conversation with you, like, what do you think about this? You know what I'm saying? And boom, we just, you know, talk about it, and it don't have to. That's the problem. People don't know how to do things without it being a fight and an argument. Like, man, just hear a person how you can disagree, you can agree, and you know what I'm saying. If you two adults, you should be able to do that. But like I said before, I also wanted to point out, shifting a little bit back towards the Super Bowl thing. With Lil Wayne, like, it would have been. I mean, I would have 100% loved for him to do it. That would have been so dope. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar doing it, but I also was thinking in my head, like, when you think of the ties Kendrick Lamar has, what if J. Cole somehow rises back? You know what I'm saying? It also kind of explains, I don't know if that'll happen, you know what I'm saying? But remember when J. Cole kind of just backed out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, going back to your point, BP, he knew kind of, you know, like, it's kind of a violent thing, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like, it could get real crazy.
It's deeper than people want to realize.
Yeah, it can get real crazy, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why J. Cole was like, I'm out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew where it was about to go. But what if it's a moment at the Super Bowl where maybe Cole come out? Like you said, it's a surprise element to Kendrick's performance. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe Wayne's wouldn't be so unless he bought Diddy out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Diddy comes out in the cuffs.
Yeah,
he's shuffling.
Yeah.
Bro.
He's got bars.
Talking about some, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't.
Oh, Pastor Mace shows up too. Blesses the whole crowd.
Yeah.
Bring it
Oh,
back.
man.
That's
That'd be fucking
insane. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, thinking about some diabolical shit, like the most diabolical thing Kendrick could do is just make the Super Bowl only about him, just to highlight the king, the crown of thorns. It's just about me. I am the second coming. I am the savior. Da 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 da. That would be the most diabolical thing. But with all his ties, I mean, the dude has a song with Taylor Swift. There's just so many angles he could take. I am curious. Now that you guys actually got me thinking about this in a little bit more
Taylor
angles.
Swift,
You know what I'm saying? Because there's just like
Oh,
so
the
much.
NFL
Like,
loves Taylor. Every time Kelsey makes a
Yeah,
catch, it's
Taylor
Panda Taylor.
Swift,
Get
dude.
Taylor's reaction. All right, back to the actual game.
with her.
Yeah, I like Taylor Swift. Fuck the
I know. I
Chiefs.
was about
but
to
listen,
talk about those pancakes, but I'll leave the pancakes alone. And
I
a
listen.
big upper for.
Bengals, we just
Dom.
lost to them by 1 point. I'm sick of it,
You
bro.
didn't. You lost to the refs, bro.
Hey.
Oh, my mama,
Yellow
bro.
flag. Controversy.
Man. Don't get me mad again, bro. I was about to display electronic duster all
I
over
got the
this shit.
Bears, dude. Come on, man.
Damn.
I don't want to hear it from any of you. I got the fucking Commanders. Like, what is that even? That's the worst team name in history. That's some bullshit. I'd rather be the Washington football team. Listen, we've sucked like my entire life. All right, so don't talk
Damn.
to me and complain
You had
about your football
RG3.
teams.
You had
all right?
RG3, baby.
Yeah, and then he busted his fucking knee. Like,
But he was good
rookie
before that.
season. We
This
didn't even
close
get
to
a
the
full
Chiefs,
season.
man.
It was still a good season, though.
Oh my.
That's just. I can't even believe. Like, I actually forgot about the Commanders. Like, I forgot.
Yo,
that name change.
Washington
I'm
sports
like,
is
bro,
just a
these
shithole,
niggas snap.
right? We're just cursed. We got nothing. The Wizards have sucked for years. Like,
Yeah.
take me back to being the Bullets. At least that was a cool name.
The Bullets is
Oh,
crazy.
the Washington Bullets, man. George Mirasan. We had
Damn.
Chris Webber for a year. Come on,
I
man.
I think we had Michael Jordan. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we had Michael Jordan. Besides that,
We had Michael Jordan too, bitch. What up? I saw him drop his 40-point game for us. Come on.
They did have.
that's
They.
awesome.
Come
That's
on.
awesome.
He said that's awesome.
You didn't have prime Jordan though. You didn't
Man,
have
we
prime
almost,
you're
Jordan.
man.
right. You're right.
Forget all that. We almost won the Super Bowl for the first time ever, bro. We came this close.
But it's not.
I will never
It's not a dub. It's not a dub.
Shout
Rob.
out to the Bengals, bro.
There it is. There it is. Drink for the cup. Listen, if you guys want to be miserable like me, you ever want to come to DC, I'll take you to, just pick. We can go watch the Wizards suck. We can watch the Nationals suck. We can go watch the Commanders suck. It's all good. It's all good. We had some
Same
years with
here.
the Capitals. We had some hockey, but that's about it. Shout out to Obi. That's all we got.
Ovechkin right there, baby.
That's all-
Ooh,
I ain't
Ovechkin's
gonna-
so good.
I don't
got
know shit
Obi,
about
baby.
hockey. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know what?
I just-
Hockey is fun as shit to watch live. I will say that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
one of
I
my
just like that. I
favorite
wanna see them
sporting
fight in
events
the
to watch
box.
live. There's always a fight in hockey. That's the beautiful thing
Yeah,
about hockey.
always a fight. Yeah.
I'm kind of lucky because the Broncos, like, they're trash right now, but I've got to experience multiple Super Bowl wins through
Manning,
my life
LA.
already.
Come on.
And
Oh
yeah,
my
and so
God,
it's
yeah.
just it's crazy. And then with the Nuggets right now, I'm like, bro, I'm cool. Like, I'll go to
he
the
said I'm cool.
I'm like, let's go, yo, chick. Like, okay.
That's why it's cold out there.
Is that
Fuck
your
y'all,
chick?
man?
Yeah.
No, I'm playing.
So yeah, man, I ain't even tripping. Colorado been alright. They're alright, but
yeah.
you know, a lot of combat shit comes out here because of the altitude.
Oh yeah.
So
Makes
that
sense.
and
Train,
that's
yeah.
yeah, that's one of the things. It's cool seeing all the different boxers and fighters. Terrence Crawford actually trains at my gym in
Crazy.
the boxing side, and so it's just, bro, like on the low, I've seen some shit, man. Like I seen him spar with another brother. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to put him on blast like that, but another brother who's in the come ups right now. People are like talk about him a lot, and I saw him spar probably like 2 years ago, and I was like, bro, Crawford's nice. He's really nice, y'all. Anyways, my off subject, but
No, that's good shit. People
Yeah.
like behind the
Sport.
scenes stuff.
Oh man, the
That's
Mile High City. That's the thing though. Like even baseball, like when teams go play the Rockies, right? That's just home run park because the ball travels further in the altitude. Kickers, NFL kickers as well.
I didn't even know that with the home
Bang
run
it
shit.
through.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
that's why
shit.
defense does not thrive. Colorado Rockies Stadium. No, it doesn't. It's all about the home runs, man. Yeah, because it's thinner air for the ball to travel.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Sa-
because
Oh.
altitude.
Same
Bro.
with the NFL kickers. They can kick it further. Kick it further.
I
at
didn't
Bronco
know that
Stadium.
because the altitude affects everything. It affects
Interesting.
childbirth out here. I forgot, like, because when we had our kids, they were telling
What
us,
you got?
oh,
you got like
yeah.
super cardio babies or some shit.
And I wouldn't say all that, but like I don't know, I forget. I don't know if it's harder to have kids. I think there's just the altitude plays an effect. Like a lot of old people, that's why they go from Colorado to Arizona because they're like, oh, I don't know, I'm feeling the altitude more, blah blah
Really?
blah. So yeah,
so
it's interesting. It's interesting.
So you just casually say you got strong swimmers though, you know? Cause
Hey, I got shooters still.
Apparently
Hello.
he does. Speaking of altitude, I went to Vegas. You guys know, to meet Easy Mill back in August, and
That's fire.
dude, it was like 2:00 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I went down to the gym. I was like, I'm gonna go lift some weights for a little bit. And dude, I kid you, it was my warm-up set, and I haven't worked out for like 4 or 5 days, so I was out of the gym. Dude, I put 150 pounds on like a bench press. I swear to God, I took it off. I put it down. I got to my chest. I went to push up. I'm like, hey, what's going on here, man? I was like, I re-racked it. I'm like, what's going on?
This is my weight, right?
Dude, yeah, and I'm like, how could someone who could bench 300 plus pounds have trouble with 150? And then my girlfriend and Karen goes, it's the altitude, babe. I'm like, what altitude are we at? I think Las Vegas is like, what, 5,000 above sea level, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit up there. And so, you know, okay, so it's kind of interesting that you mentioned that because whenever I go on vacation or I leave Colorado for a little more than 2 weeks, when I come back to jiu-jitsu, I'm like, I'm gassed. The other thing is, when I was touring,
I was gonna say, how's that affect your like performing in Colorado, bro?
It's great. It's great for me because I'm used to it.
Yeah,
but
you
what
get that
happened?
oxygen training.
Artists will say stuff on stage. So first, you got to drink more water when you get here. If you're not from here, you got to drink more water, especially if you're drinking alcohol. And the breathing. Like a lot of people have trouble breathing on stage, but what they fail to know about Colorado, they're just in Denver and Springs. But some of my guys who are like bigger artists, they get booked in Aspen. Aspen is like double the elevation.
Up the valley.
Bro, in the green room, they have oxygen tanks for like newcomer, like
I've
you know,
heard of that.
because
I know about Aspen because of Dumb and Dumber, the movie.
Yeah, that John Denver's full of shit. But yeah, so like that was, I remember, actually, you know, one of the artists, rest his soul, Gift of Gab from Blackalicious. I remember him doing his set, and going to the green room, getting oxygen, and going back out because like it was just hitting him. But yeah, man, I've seen crazy dudes. You know, the dudes who are really crazy though, who I haven't seen the altitude affect them. Red and Method Man.
Yeah.
Red and Method Man performing in Aspen, like jumping, crowd surfing, all that shit. They go crazy.
They seem
everywhere.
like those type of dudes though, to carry that energy everywhere that they go, man. I mean, even in the movies they made, and I've seen them perform live as well. And like you said, yeah, they're hyped the entire show.
I mean, I've actually loved getting show ready again and like preparing for such a long set because like it's like me being an athlete again. Like I've been going to the gym, I've been going on runs, I've been trying to get my cardio up, I've been trying to get my core right because it all hits you, it all helps.
Slim
like
up for me, baby.
It's dope to be training for something that I know is gonna help. It's gonna help on the music side. Jesus Christ,
Don't get Swift beats in the booth.
I would, but there's no more baby lotion. Apparently, there's a shortage, so we'll have to.
Yeah,
I'll find some.
The oil.
Damn Diddy.
What about us cover you in Pedialyte? No,
That's wild.
Wow.
That's wild.
Man is wild.
What a waste of Pedialyte, bro.
But yeah, I can't imagine the breath control in Denver. But yeah, speaking of that, BP, this spring, you gonna help me set up a show your way? Yeah, we gonna take.
Yeah, let's make something happen. Just let me know. Yeah, let's do something. We'll make something happen. I'm with it.
I got a reaction coming for BP's video too. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got something you're gonna want to react to. Just put it that way.
Yeah, I know what BP's got to say, and I got something.
I am so in the dark right now. I have no idea what's going on.
10 minutes before I got on this, I filmed a video, and that video, I'm gonna respond. Let's just put it that way, and I'm hoping I'm gonna.
I feel like I know.
I'm gonna try to respond on Monday. So,
yeah. And I got all thanks to Cliff and
Knox.
well, too.
Monday.
Thanks, guys.
Why do I keep getting dropped in here? What have I done? I don't do anything. I don't say anything about anyone. I don't do anything. I just try to make my content and make my music, and people seem to have a problem with it. I don't understand.
Nah, I got the same problem. I just fucking live my life. And people start coming after me, making videos and doing press runs.
Monday, bro. All right, I'm
Knox, do you have anything rolling out? I've been meaning to ask you that because I'm just good. This is kind of random, and if people have things rolling out this week, do you got anything going on Monday?
No, I will be.
Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't
I'll-
dropping something
No.
the day you're dropping
No,
something.
I will be.
Because I know it's coming up.
I will be away for the show on Monday evening.
Okay,
I'll
cool,
be tapping into Brighton, and then I'll be there practicing all day on Tuesday with all my guests, and then Wednesday is the show, and then I don't know because there's a bunch of moving pieces. Like,
Cool.
without giving too much away, because I don't want to announce anything, but we might be dropping a big collab on Friday, or that might be pushed back another week or two. I don't know yet. It's going to be like a very shoot from the hip type of thing, but it doesn't interfere with anything you're doing. So.
Okay, cool. And that's the thing, like with the rollout, because right now I feel like that's kind of big. So like, I try to work with everyone and try to make shit, because it's all strategy. So it's like, I don't want to put out something specific and you're like, oh, I'm dropping my album or my new music video. So that's the reason I was asking. Just, like I was like, okay, because then we can balance stuff and then I can do posts. And because I try to promote, even if I'm not doing the reactions, I'll still try to post a link or post this, that, or the other here and there. So cool. That's only.
They didn't even send me a notification, BP. I had to go on your page to see, like, oh, he dropped something.
Much love.
Like,
yeah, it's probably because I put out. So I only do 3 videos a day now, but it's still a lot for YouTube, and it's a lot for them to just let people know, especially if you're not watching the stuff all the time. So it's no big deal, man. Like I'm kind of like on some machine shit. Just keep my head down, grind, and just have a good time with it.
Yeah, it's crazy how, dude, and it's not really that important, but how now YouTube, if you release more than 3 videos, it's like it works against you with the algorithm. They will punish you for uploading more than how many notifications you actually get.
I think it's probably because if you just think about the amount of creators on YouTube and the amount of videos that have to be pushed through and published every single day, it's crazy in terms of the just probably data space and the cost that they take on board. So that's
why I thank Anthony Ray for that shift. To Twitch as well.
That's probably why.
Twitch, Patreon, those are all huge, man. Those are huge for all creators.
But I'm just one shot type of guy. So I just normally take my one shot at the algo every day and hope something hits. But
that's what I'm working towards.
Yeah.
That is my goal. One a day.
It's out of necessity.
One every other day.
I'm trying to be an artist as well, and that's a full-time job. And people don't appreciate production behind the scenes and creating stuff and teaching yourself new techniques and practicing, and then obviously getting ready for shows and marketing and collabs and writing and everything that goes into it. It's a process. As you can appreciate BP and Cliff being in the industry too. You guys can appreciate. So there's a lot that goes into it. But listen, boys,
and this YouTube takes from that creativity. But no, I think we should wrap up too.
Wrap it up
but what you're saying is real. Like that, recording all these videos. Like I struggle. Like I look at y'all and I'm inspired. I'm like, yo, Knox is really doing this because I'm like, bruh, I'm in here recording reaction. I'm like, I should be writing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like I'm tired as hell today because I've already spent 3 hours practicing. Last thing I want to do is record a breakdown, but it's a big moment. I'm excited about it. So you push through it. You get the breakdown done. Got to get a Patreon video done, and then it's like, oh shit, I got this podcast too, and I'm just like, how can I keep maintaining the energy? So
same thing, same here, man. So we're gonna
make sure y'all subscribe to What's the Word podcast. Make sure y'all get y'all electric dusters.
What the fuck was that, dude?
That's
like
just
a missile
good
in the mix.
Keep shit dusted. You know what I'm saying? And
that was the highlight of the whole thing.
Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Anthony Ray. Make sure y'all subscribe to Cliff Beats. Make sure y'all subscribe to Knox Hill, blackpegasus, man. Look forward to them coming out with shit because I don't come out with a damn thing. Obviously, one day. I actually listen. Just real quick before we leave, I was gonna do a little collaboration on an open verse rapping on Twitch. I mean on TikTok because I want to show people like I'm really one of them too. Like. Y'all know how.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come to Chicago, please. Come to Chicago.
But don't Candyman live there?
No.
Oh, okay.
You say you'll be with me, but Knox. Okay. I know Knox has got to go.
But yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank
y'all for tuning in.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with another one.
Peace.
Later.